did to me. What I am can't be undone.
Don't be so sure.
I'm not healing like before.
His flesh is weak now.
Eternity can be a curse. A man can't run out of things to live for.
That day ain't here yet.
Hey guys, what's up? It's the Michael M here with a review of the Wolverine, just like we've seen the trailer right at the beginning of this video. You have seen that. So today I'm reviewing Wolverine, basically the next step for the X-Men franchise starring Hugh Jackman. Now this film is basically directed by James Mangold. He did films like Walk the Line, 310 to Yuma, and recently he did Night and Day with Tom Cruise and Square Star. And basically, and I think that he did a really good job, because X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was the last Wolverine spinoff, didn't really do so well in my opinion. If I was to give X-Men Origins Wolverine a score, it would be like a 5.5 out of 10 in my opinion. But in this one, it feels like James Mangold, who was the director, did a really good job with the story, as this is based off a little comic, like a little story of itself, based on 2 comic books that was written by, the story was done, I think, by Mark Miller, I think, or Frank Miller, my mistake, or something like that. And I gotta admit that, even though I haven't read the comic book, I think he stayed true to the story, as the story takes place after the events of X-Men 3, The Last Stand. When, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen that movie, I think you should watch that before watching the Wolverine, is that Logan is left the X-Men because he is suffering from nightmares of killing Jean Grey, who he has killed in the last film, because he had no choice, because she was going to kill people and stuff. And basically he's suffering these nightmares of seeing her, and then she dies. What I like about this film is that it really takes that story arc, that element of nightmares about someone that you loved, and you basically are holding on to that throughout the entire film. Now, this story really is that Logan is really just relaxing. He's out in like a country area, basically in the woods, sleeping, and then he meets someone, a young woman, who's actually Japanese, who basically tells him to come to Japan because of a friend that he helped in, I think, like the Vietnam War or something like that, because the beginning of the film takes place in the past, but when Logan doesn't have his adamantium, I'm gonna say it's my dog, and Logan doesn't have his adamantium claws. He has his wooden claws, the bones. And I think they really go back to that, and they pay a little bit of attention to that, and then they really cut it off just so you figure out what really happened, but you really do know, as the friend that he helped in that war, he saved his life, and now he's gonna die, and he wants to pay Logan a farewell. But that's not all. He basically wants to give him a little repayment, which is taking away his immortality, which means that basically, because he thinks that Logan has struggled long enough, and Logan says no. Basically, that makes the old man feel like this was a waste of time. It basically means that there's a new enemy, which is the Viper, and she's basically this seductive woman, and she basically is trying to weaken the Wolverine to basically kill him, basically take his immortality away from him. Now, in my opinion, I think this is a million times better than Origins, in my opinion, and the director did a really good job with the film, especially with, in my opinion, really the story and the writing in the film, because the writing in Origins, in my opinion, was a little weak and disappointing. Well, this one was really unique and really, I think, in my opinion, really relatable to the comic. Really. And I think that they did a really good job. I mean, Hugh Jackman is always good as Logan. He is Wolverine, and he does always a good job as well. I mean, he doesn't really do a bad job as Wolverine, because that's really the role that made him who he is, a great actor these days. And I think that he did a really good job with that. There's some talking in there about the story and all that, and a little plot twist here and there that I did not see coming, but it was really good and really unique. and basically the performances are great. The visual effects I thought were really good. They were showing great action sequences. Like, for example, there's a part when, if you've seen the trailers, when Logan is on the train, in that bullet train that's going super fast, he has to defeat these guys. When he's on the train, on the side of the train, and on top of the train, which is really cool. There's little jokes here and there, basically making fun of the film, and basically little like, oh, do you remember that from the old X-Men films that they show in this film as well? Basically, little ideas that they added. Now, I did not. This film was also shot, I think, in 3D or converted to 3D. Either way, I didn't really see the film in 3D at all. I basically saw it in 2D, and you know what? I think there were some shots here and there. You could tell that was meant for 3D, like when Logan was lunging at the screen every once in a while. But I didn't see it in 3D. Hopefully, when I get the Blu-ray copy, I get a 3D combo pack or something. Who knows? Overall, the really fun part about the film is really just seeing that the film really doesn't take itself too seriously at times, while it does, because the film really has a emotional story to it. Basically, Logan suffering, like I said before, having nightmares, and saying that he vows to never kill or hurt anyone else ever again, even though he does break that promise in the film, of course, because of all the action. In my opinion, the film kind of reminds me a little bit like a Bond film. Like, he goes to this exotic location, he meets people, he meets friends, he meets foes, and the people that want to kill him. Basically the same thing as foes, enemies. And the film, I think, really moved on really well. I mean, the pacing was tight on really fast. There was no very moment of a dull moment at all, really. There was moments where they really take their time to basically explain stuff, and I really like that about films these days, because films, they basically like, oh, you find that out, or like they explain it 10 seconds later. Like some films that are kind of like, they don't really need that much effort to think about it. They just do it. And the Wolverine, I think they did a really good job on really just explaining the story and making you think about what happens next. And what really happened, what really surprised me with the film, was really the third act of this film. Now, my people might be upset about the ending, like not really the ending, but how it went down. But I really liked it because it was really like coming back to, Logan has to come back to reality and not think that he's all vulnerable, because in this film he's basically weakened. Like his powers don't really work, like his healing abilities aren't really that good, and they can hurt, and he can get hurt now. He's vulnerable. Like in some of the trailers they say when he's vulnerable he's more stronger. I think that's really a cool idea to really add in this creativity, and hopefully, and basically in my opinion, since Edge Jackman is going to come back for the next X-Men film, Days of Future Past, and I just think the film was really good overall. I mean, even at the credits. Also, stay for the credits as well. There's a little something that will tie itself to X-Men Days of Future Past. That's the next film, directed by Bryan Singer, that he'll be doing. And Hedge Jackman will be in it, of course. Hopefully, that film will be just as good as this, or even better, hopefully. Just can't wait to see it, though, because it comes out next year. Overall, in my opinion, if people were to say, is this better than X-Men Origin Wolverine? I'm going to say, yes, it is. People are saying the film is disappointing or even a bad film. They're really losing their mind, in my opinion, because I really enjoyed it, and I think that for a Wolverine film, the director does a great job. James Mangold, I would give a little bit of respect for really paying respect to the film itself. The visual effects, yes, they're good. I mean, they're not really bad visual effects at all, really. They're really top-notch and really well. Now people will be saying that the villains and the characters in the film may feel a little cartoonish or a little unnecessary at times. I will say that it does feel a little cartoonish every once in a while. Sort of like that gigantic robot they show at the ending. If you see the posters, they kind of show that gigantic robot, the way it moves around and stuff. It's a little cartoony, but this is based off a comic book overall, so of course, TGI is good. It's not really not terrible at all, really. I mean, there's maybe like one scene or something like that people might complain about. I really like the villain of the Viper. The actress who did her, I don't know her name, but I think she did a really good job. What is it? Say it again. Say hi. Hi. So back to the woman who played Viper. I think she did a really good job playing that woman who has all these nice looks, but then she can be so dangerous that 1 second she can just kill you, basically end your life. And that was really cool that she could really switch her type of mood and attitude, as she's the reason why Wolverine is weak in the film. If you've seen the trailers, she poisons him. Not a little too much to give away or anything. And they don't really show, and then basically I said, in the trailer they also show Jean Grey. And in the film, They don't just show her that one time. She basically is at the entire movie. She's basically in the film for like 5 to 10 minutes, really tops. And I really thought they were gonna show like once and be like disappointing. And like, oh, that stinks. But I was wrong. Really, they basically showed it throughout the entire film, little moments here and there, basically to make you not feel like you're just staring at the screen when nothing's really happening. That's just really, really smart about the film. Overall, the director, he did a good job. Some of the films he directed was really good. In my opinion, this could go up with one of those films. Overall score, I'll give it easily. I'm really hard to pick a score for me because I want to give it a 9, but I also want to give it. I don't know if I should give it an 8.5 or a 9. Really. But overall, the film, in my opinion, is gonna have to be 8.5 out of 10. Really, I think it's a really good film. It's the best Wolverine film I've seen in a really long time. I mean, there's not really that many problems with the film. I said before, this film really is better than X-Men Origins Wolverine. A big step, really. You know what? I give it a 9 out of 10, really. It's really just hard for me to really pick scores these days because people will be saying, oh, I get the same score over and over. Don't watch the show, blah, blah. But overall, 9 out of 10. Little problems here and there. I have little problems with basically one part visual effect here or there. A little bit of the dialogue not being perfect, in my opinion. The writing was really good, but once in a while they say things that kind of like, that wouldn't really make sense for the film overall. But overall, if someone were to tell me, should I watch the Wolverine? I would say, hell yeah. If you like X-Men Origins Wolverine, I really don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, if I was to say which one's better, of course it's the Wolverine because it was better. I did not see the film in 3D, like I said before. If you guys seen the film in 3D, let me know what you think about the 3D, because a lot of films have been put into 3D. I mean, like Smurfs was in 3D, Pacific Rim's in 3D, all these films. What do you guys think about it? Let me know. Comment below. Bye, guys. See you later. Wait. Say hi to my Carrie. Say hi, Carrie. Hi. So cute. So, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you could do that. Calm down. You can also like the video, comment below, subscribe, tell me what you guys think about it. And if you want me to, I can subscribe. If you guys want me to, I can always subscribe to your channel, follow you on Twitter, based on what you think. You also follow me on Twitter as well. Thank you guys. Bye. Say bye, Carrie. Bye to the camera. Bye.